Hello and welcome to the Hypertrophy Odyssey, chapter 211. Yes, 211. It is the third day of the week, aka the Psycho Crusher workout. I'm on my way to the gym right now. I did not go earlier this week because multiple reasons. There's actually a lot of reasons, but we'll get to that maybe another day. Who knows? Maybe I won't say. Maybe we'll keep that a little secret. Maybe I won't date this video, but we'll see. But anyways, to the main subject at hand today, sleep/snoring. I'm combining the two. I had two different ideas for a video and I'm like, let me just combine the two because I could probably talk about both of these in one video rather than just one video and then another one about the other one. It seems as though one kind of goes with the other. Now, this is not to go with any of my dreams videos because that's completely different. It's a completely different thing. And I think I wonder, I know there's going to be somebody in the comments saying, so you dream when you sleep? Well, yes, but not everybody that sleeps dreams. So there's that. And also dreams are much more of a metaphysical concept than something like just sleep. And snoring too, because we'll get to snoring. The reason why I wanted to talk about this was because, one, I'm very tired right now. I really want to go to sleep. I didn't get much sleep last night. That's one of the reasons why I didn't go to the gym. That wasn't it, but that was one of the reasons. Something that I was doing got interrupted, and then that interrupted my sleep, so then there was that. But sleep in general. I am very tired right now. That's why I'm doing this video. I want to go to sleep. Like, I genuinely am excited to just go to bed tonight. So I wanted to just talk about it because I know enough people that struggle with sleep in their life, which is an interesting thing to struggle with. Because for me personally, I don't know who I got this from. I'm assuming I got it from my mother because she can sleep through anything and will sleep like a rock the entire time. But I am not affected by many things when it comes to sleep. I will sleep through most things and I will get my sleep. I am not one that's a sensitive sleeper. I don't have trouble going to sleep. I don't have trouble falling asleep. None of that. I literally, head touches the pillow, 5 minutes, done, out. Sometimes not even 5 minutes, sometimes maybe even 30 seconds. We're talking about like instantaneously, like. And also, surface doesn't matter. There are certain things that just don't matter. I can sleep on anything uncomfortable. As long as my head has support, I'm out. I'm out. So, in general, I wanted to talk about the process that it is for some people and some people that just don't get sleep at all. And then your good sleep. And then the other side of it too, those who do get sleep, or if they don't get sleep, they don't get good sleep because of something that happens, that is snoring. Though I wanted to talk about that and how I deal with that because I am a snorer and I also sleep with somebody else. So they have to deal with my snoring firsthand. I don't have to deal with my snoring at all because I'm asleep, so it doesn't necessarily matter. And I would like to say this before I get into any of that subject matter because it will be probably in the voiceover. Neck training does not, and will not give you snoring issues. It will not do that. I genetically am predisposed to snoring, and also my father's a snorer, so that's where I get it from 100%. Also, it didn't help being fat for a good chunk of my life. Also probably contributed to a good sum of snoring issues. So neck training has nothing to do with snoring. I do not want anybody to say, oh, you probably have snoring, you probably snore because of all the neck training, so your neck's all thick and muscular. No, and no. Just no. None of that has to do with that. I am just genetically disposed to it. I snored before I did neck training, and I still snore after I did neck training. So it doesn't matter. The neck training didn't make it go away, nor did it bring it about. Jesus Christ. It's a very windy night tonight. But that is just a little thing I wanted to say before I continue, because I know that's going to be a point of contention, because people will say that, see all the neck training I do, and for some reason correlate it together, but it's not that. It is not that. Like I said, snoring for years, okay? So with that being said, we will talk more about snoring, sleep in general, and a few other things that go in between on the inside. Alright, so started this day off with the one arm lat pull down, which was great. But anyway, to the main subject matter at hand, or subject matters, sleep and snoring. They kind of go hand in hand, obviously. Sleep in general is something that I think good like 99% of people do / need. There's a very, very tiny amount of people that don't need sleep, and they're very rare for real. They're very much more of a unicorn than anything else. Going to sleep, the act of actually sleeping, is something that is hard for a lot of people, and it's kind of crazy. To me personally, it's easy. I don't find many people that end up sleeping well and or quickly and or often. Usually older people will, I guess. I'm older now and I'm doing it better than I used to, but I had to kind of train myself to sleep. And I think that's something that people don't necessarily realize that they kind of have to do. In a way, in theory, I've gotten multiple ways of training to sleep, which have helped me out throughout life. Back in the day, shout out Nelson for this one. My brother, he used to play drums all the time when we lived together. So when he would play drums at around 7, sometimes I'd take a nap. It would just happen. There would be blaring drums in my basement and coming up from the vent, but I'd still sleep through it. Why or how? I just could. I guess after getting used to the loud sounds that were coming from the basement, I just kind of got used to it, so I just fell asleep, and that was it. And those types of things are kind of the things that you kind of have to train yourself against. Can I go to sleep now with loud sounds? Kind of. It depends on the sound itself. For some reason, sometimes my dog licking will be annoying, but sometimes I'll sleep right through it. It just really depends what is and what is not the sound. But loud sounds that are consistent, whatever. Another thing is sleep position, which is a very, very, very important thing, because if you sleep in the wrong way, you can fuck yourself up for a good while, and I think everybody has learned that one way or the other. Unfortunately, that was something I also had to train. I trained laying on my back, which is something that a lot of people can't end up doing when they sleep. They can't sleep on their back for some reason or another. It all just depends. There's nothing wrong with that necessarily, it just happens. But anyways, when going to sleep, the hardest part is the actual going to sleep part. It's like that 5 to 10 minutes when you're laying in bed and your thoughts are still kind of racing and stuff. I'll say this meditation has kind of helped on that. I haven't meditated in a while. Still has kind of had a carryover. If I have one tip about going to sleep, and I know this sounds like a very weird thing, but I remember doing it once and it always worked ever since. Imagine yourself falling out of an airplane or falling off a cliff. Somehow, some way, the actual imagination of falling off of something is weirdly enough to make you fall into sleep if you do it right. But you gotta also just kind of put yourself mentally there. Always works for me, every single time. If I can't fall asleep and I just imagine that scenario, I'm out in less than 5 minutes. And that's something I would recommend you do. When talking about sleep, I think generally as well, the amount of sleep is also important. I think 2 hours or less, just you want to die the entire day. I already know it. I've been there. I've done it. It's been hell on earth. For some reason, 3 or 4 hours of sleep is like, all right, you can kind of survive it for some weird reason. You kind of crash near the end of the day, but it's all right. 5, I'd rather just die. For some reason, 5 is just like that weird intermediate where it's not enough, but just enough, where it's like, I just want more. Fuck. For me personally, 6 to 7 is just about right. I think that is the good sweet spot. 8 is the best. If you can get 8, get 8. Obviously, I don't think a lot of people have even the ability to get 8, but 8 is probably like top tier, S+++. And then 9, also want to die for some reason. It's very strange how you can get more sleep and feel like more shit. It's kind of crazy to me that is a thing, you know? But to touch a little bit upon snoring, because obviously I'm sleeping, so I can't tell that I'm snoring. It doesn't bother me, but it does bother my wife sometimes. And something I've been using recently to alleviate that snoring is the nose strip thing. Yes, that like plastic little nose strip, which I have on screen right now, that thing is actually legitimate. I did not think that it would actually work, but it does. It doesn't work all night. Like near the morning-ish, it stops working nearly as well, but occasionally not work. It just depends if you put it on right. But those things are actually magical. And if you have a partner that's like, hey, you're snoring a lot, and you don't have one of those crazy fancy magically adjusting beds or anything like that, I would definitely look into it 1000%. It has definitely changed how we both get sleep, because
I can sleep better now, and she doesn't have to worry about hearing me snore as nearly as much. So I would highly recommend it. Even if you don't have snoring, the nose strip really does do a lot of a game changer. I can really breathe at night. It really helps a lot.
And we're back. Welcome to the workout debriefing. Exercises not filmed. None exercises skipped. Well, we have one technically, which was the low rows, but I decided since I didn't go on the first day, the Vulcan Raven workout, I decided to just do lat pull downs because I wanted to train my lats. So there was that. So I ended up doing something that was nice. But anyways, back to the main subject that matter. Sleeping, or, just sleep in general. It's fascinating to me how much people can't sleep nowadays. I feel like this is a phenomena that has always happened throughout time, but I feel like even more so nowadays, it is easier to not get sleep than it is the other way around to get sleep. I feel like even with the advent of things like melatonin and things like that, that has not provided any real benefit for actual good sustained sleep on your own, not to mention screens and all this other stuff, plus light pollution, all these other things that could add to it that are taking away from people's Z's and all that other stuff. I think it's astonishing, and to compound that, to make it so people also don't get sleep, we have the fat industry, aka the people who are eating too much, so obesity epidemic, also causing an epidemic in probably bigger and thicker and fatter necks, which are probably making people snore more than they probably should, thus also making it so the apneas and things like that are getting worse and worse over time. So it is like a combination of everything kind of doubling down to make things even worse. So it is interesting that things like that kind of occur really when it comes to sleep/snoring. It's like a tripling down almost of just bad things all compiling together just to make a shit situation. Let's not even mention beds, because that's a whole other conversation for a whole other day. I've already had that conversation slightly, but still, we'll talk about that some other day. But anyways, it is interesting that many people struggle with this, of just because I am on the other side of it where I don't struggle with it at all. It's very interesting to see. It's not even like I have to go very far in order to get somebody who struggles with sleep. So it's like I could just see multiple people and be like, oh shit, they struggle, this person struggles, that person. It's rare now in my life, I feel like, to find people who actually do get sleep, who actually do sleep all night, don't snore, and are chilling, like actually get a full night's rest, which is so crazy to me. And it's not even like I'm trying to insult those who don't get the rest, don't get the sleep and all that other stuff, or snore and all those other things, because I snore. It's like a empathetic, I feel bad for you because you don't get the ability to actually have a good night's rest where you can wake up in the morning refreshed and feel good. It's a feeling that I feel like helps me get an edge over a lot of people because I'm not groggy in the morning. Do I have a coffee addiction? Yes. But is that coffee just one and that's it? Yes. I always try to keep it to one, and that's it. We'll talk about caffeine in a whole other episode. That's going to be like a 3-parter right there. But for now's sake, I'm not a person who desperately crawls to coffee the first thing that they wake up, or an energy drink, or any type of caffeine. I am a person that I enjoy coffee because eventually I will get a little weary, but deploying it correctly with time, it just kind of waves it out. And it also doesn't fuck up my sleep, because I also make sure not to do it at certain times because it won't fuck up my sleep. But that's a whole other story for a whole other day. And with that being said, tell me what you think in the comments below. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions about this. I feel like a lot of people do struggle with sleep, and it's just an interesting thing to struggle with because it's such a essential thing for literally everything. There is nothing that sleep cannot cure. And I know that sounds like, what do you mean? What some doctors say to do in order to get better is literally sleep. Get rest. Let your body take care of itself and repair itself without having to function and do all the rest of the stuff. It's literally why you can do so many things while you're sleeping, technically, because your brain is just focused on literally nothing, so your body can kind of just go on ahead and do what it needs to be done. By proxy, also see fasting, but that's a whole other day. That's a whole other episode for a whole other day. But with that being said, tell me what you think in the comments below. I would really love to know your thoughts and opinions about this, just sleeping in general, and also snoring. If you're a snorer, let me know. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video with anybody who may or may not like it. I will be back on tomorrow with a new video. Thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Keep it heavy. Stay safe out there. Stay warm. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace!